this video today because you were looking for a video that actually explained to you what chemical exfoliants are, why they're important, if they're actually good for your skin, and if they work better than even using a physical exfoliant such as a dry brush, a Clarisonic, or even cleansers with some type of beading in them, then you are in the right place because we are jumping back into my skincare series today about the best pore reducing products. And today we're talking all about chemical exfoliants, and I'm gonna give you the skinny on all the details of what a chemical exfoliant is and why it might be beneficial for your life. It's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I'm super pumped that you are here today. My name is Caron, and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the woman who thinks that she can't. And my hope today is that you will consider subscribing and of course, hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every second Wednesday, every fourth Wednesday. And of course, I randomly go live from time to time, or sometimes I do scheduled lives on Wednesday nights, or sometimes I give you notice about the live videos. So we do live videos on this channel too, but of course that bell will help you stay notified. And if you are pumped to get back into my series on the best pore reducing products, where we are talking about all kinds of stuff to help you reduce those funny little not bumps or holes on your face, then go ahead and smash that thumbs up button so that I know you're enjoying the content. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video, which is all about chemical exfoliants. Now, if you've been in my series for the last little bit, then you'll know that I've got two other videos out, which of course I will link the series for you here in the eye and in the description box, but I highly recommend that you go and catch up on those videos. I did one on cleansers, I did one on masking. That was the last video that came out on my channel. And basically I talked about the importance of cleansers that I'm using for my skin and masks as well. So if you missed those, please actually go back and check those, because there's pertinent information in those videos that I won't talk about here today for chemical exfoliants, but they kind of do matter when it comes to tying stuff together, if that makes sense. Now, if you're just here to learn about Ren's Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic, which is what I'm going to be talking about for the product that I use, then let me throw the timestamp here down in the bottom for you so you can just speed on ahead if you already know enough about chemical exfoliants. If you don't, then this next section is for you. So let's go ahead and jump in. I have my notes here on my computer, by the way, so if you see me looking down, it's so that I don't get lost, and B, I make sure to give you all of the good information that I researched for you and researched for myself, because the main reason I started this series was because my pores were really becoming a problem. They had gotten to a point where I felt like they were just growing and growing and growing and growing, and about a little over a month ago, that's all I could see on my face, and I was just getting to the point where I didn't even want to go out in public anymore because I felt like that's all people could see. I will show some before and afters here later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is recap the things to remember about skincare. I've said this in every video. I'm going to say this in every video going forward. And I want to make sure that this is something that you get into your brain, because it's very important when you're choosing your skincare. So the first thing is you have to remember that your goal is going to be cell turnover within 30 days. We want new, fresh skin every 30 days, and our products need to be helping us to get there. There are actually a lot of products out there that are blockades to that process, and what I'm trying to do is help give you some options that are going to create clear skin for you, bright skin, youthful skin, slow down the signs of aging, and of course, help those pores to be clear and diminished. The second thing I want you to remember is that the whole goal in this series that I'm doing is giving you products to help you clear your pores. What I figured out about myself from talking to several people that are skincare professionals is that pore congestion was actually the majority of my problem. And because I didn't have skincare products that were really addressing that, there was no way to get all of the dirt in my pores out. And the thing is that even though I didn't have blackheads or whiteheads, it didn't mean that my pores weren't clogged deep down, keeping those holes open. The third thing is that it does take 10 days for your skin to adjust. So what this means, y'all, is that anytime you try a new product, you have got to give it 10 days before you decide that it is not working for you. Now, this comes with a little bit of a warning. Now, it doesn't mean if your skin is breaking out and you're red all over that you should try to use a product for 10 days. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you're having very minor breakouts, a zit or two, or you're feeling a little bit more oily than you did before, or things like that, you definitely have got to give your skin a bit of time to adjust. And then it takes 30 days to really see a result. So please remember that any results that you're going to be seeing in the first 30 days are pretty much going to be topical only. That's a good thing. We want to see that, but it's not going to really address the root of what you have going on. And when we're talking about something like pores, this is not like, hey, put on a pore filler in your makeup and just go on. No, 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 that does not work. It actually makes the pores bigger. We'll talk about that another time. But at any rate, we're actually trying to get down to the root of the problem so that your skin is actually clearing from the layer, the deepest layers down, the root, all the way out, if that makes sense. And then lastly, a lot of your ingredients are totally going to overlap. So I want you to remember that, because you're gonna hear me talk about some of the same ingredients over and over and over again in these products. There is a reason for that. The purpose is because these ingredients are so great for the problems that I'm having with big pores, and help with aging, and help with fine lines, and help with brightness, and help with, what did I mention? Oh, the texture. Texture is a huge one. So all of those things, so all of these products are gonna make a big difference in your life, and that's why the ingredients overlap. With that said, let's actually talk about what the difference is between a chemical exfoliant and a physical exfoliant, also known as a mechanical exfoliant. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but to be honest, when I saw the term mechanical exfoliant, I was like, well, what does that mean? Well, it actually can mean a couple different things. So mechanical exfoliants, I wrote it down this way. They require a use of a tool or product that will act to physically remove dead skin cells from your skin surface. So this can be, you know, you can use like a dry brushing. You can use a Clarisonic is technically an exfoliant. You can also use things that are like cleansers that have exfoliants in them, that have microbeads. Some of them have fruits in them, like nuts and different things like that, like shells. It might be fruit shells. But what I wrote down next is you actually want to consider avoiding some things if you are going to use a mechanical exfoliant or a physical exfoliant like a face wash. What to avoid are large exfoliants like fruit pits and nutshells, so it was nutshells, since these have a tendency to cause micro tears in the skin. I have found that these really aren't as effective as chemical exfoliants for my skin, and that's one of the reasons why I actually stopped. I literally just put the brakes on the train when it came to chemical exfoliant, or mechanical or you know, exfoliants that have like microbeads, fruit shells, nuts, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of done with that right now. What I was finding, especially after talking to some of the skincare professionals that I was talking with, is that I was actually just causing a lot of micro tears in my skin. And since I was already struggling with big pores, what is the last thing I would want to do? Honestly, I had no idea. I just thought, I just need to scrub my face and get all the dirt off. I mean, that's literally what you think. You kind of want a new face, so you start trying to scrub it all away, right? But unfortunately, I was making micro tears in my skin, which was causing those pores to sit open. And I said I was gonna get some balloons this weekend, and I totally forgot about it until I just now here got on film. But what I wanted to do was take a balloon for you and either fill it up with water, which probably would have made a mess, or fill it up with air. But just imagine with me that I had a balloon here in front of me, and it's not even blown up, but we blow up that balloon a little bit, and the balloon is gonna act like the pore. So we'll take my air that I'm putting in this metaphorical balloon here that you can't see, you gotta use your imagination, and I'm gonna blow that balloon up so now it's here. And so what we have, that air, let's pretend that's all debris, let's pretend that's sebum, such a fun word, dirt, all the free radicals in the air, all that good stuff is in that pore. And if we're not using products that actually dig out from the inner layer of that pore and get it clean, then that balloon is gonna stay open this wide instead of, you know how it is when you let all the air out of a balloon, what happens? It completely shrinks up. That's what we're trying to do with the pores, and that's why all of these skincare products that I'm gonna be talking about, or processes, and then I have a product to recommend for you that's been working well for me, are going to attack the pores that way. So let's jump into now what chemical exfoliants really are. And so I have a couple of notes here for you. Chemical exfoliation involves the use of enzymes, beta-hydroxy acids, BHAs, such as salicylic acid, which you heard me talk about in the cleanser video, as well as the masking video. There's also alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs. I think some people call these BAHAs and AHAs, which I think is really funny. So probably for the rest of this video, that's what I'm going to say. So our AHAs are things such as glycolic acid, which helps to dissolve skin cell buildup from the surface of your skin. No scrubbing necessary, which is amazing. And of course, I talked about AHAs in my last video as well. And of course, we're talking about it a lot in this series. AHAs are derived from natural substances and are ideal for exfoliating dry skin, since they remove the glue that holds dead skin cells together. I know that sounds really gross, but you know, let's be honest, smoother skin is the payout, and that is exactly what we're looking for. So the next thing that I have written is to keep in mind that because HAAs are water soluble, they don't really penetrate that deep into the pores, and that's where your BHAs come into play here. So BHAs, beta beta-hydroxy acids are oil soluble molecules, and what this does is this means that they reach a lot deeper into the skin and the pores. Now, BHAs also have an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial property as well, and do more in-depth exfoliation in general. So it says this type of chemical exfoliator is recommended with those with acne-prone or oily skin. If blackheads are a concern, you definitely want to stick to your Bajas over your Ahas, okay? So now I chose a product that I'm talking about today that's more Aha associated, because I have a lot of other products that are Baja associated. So that is what I wanted to mention there. But if you are more oily, blackhead prone, and you have just a freaking acne, girl, I hear you. I know, I've been there. It's painful, but there are so many things you can do. It doesn't mean that you don't want to use Aha products. This one's actually working really well, especially for clearing the pores. That's the whole reason I bought it. But you do want to find some products with some BHAs, so I'm hoping this series will be helpful for you in general on all the products that I'm talking about. So let's talk about what chemical exfoliants do. They're gonna help loosen and remove dead skin cells. They're gonna refresh your skin's cell layer, encourage cell turnover, which is what we talked about at the beginning of the video. Every what? I can't hear you. Did you say 30 days? Okay, 30 days, And then of course, it's gonna help improve the appearance of your pores and of course, improve texture. So those two things are what I have really noticed the most significant in my journey, which is smoother skin. So honestly, my skin feels like a baby's butt. Like I wish I had a baby's, that's gonna sound bad. I cannot say that. That's gonna get flagged on YouTube. But you know, have a baby's arm. A baby's arm is really soft, and you just, you know how you wanna just touch baby arms and you're like, that's so nice, that's so nice. That's how my skin feels right now, other than the fact that I need to use my my little my little razor, which I can link a video for you if you need to know how to shave your face, girl. I got you covered. I'll link a video for you. But other than that peach fuzz that I got going on right now, my skin does feel like that. And a little over a month ago, right around that, it just was not. And of course, we were like crying every day because our pores were massive. That's where I was at in life. Just being truthful here, that's where I was. It was a bad time. Anywho, so I want to talk to you today about the product that I am using to actually combat. Did I say combat? Either way, that, you know, for the pores, that's what I'm using for a chemical exfoliant. And to be honest with you guys, I actually hadn't really known the difference in a chemical exfoliant versus a mechanical exfoliant or a physical exfoliant until I started chatting with the skincare professionals at Sephora and of course some other skincare people and doing a ton of reading on the internet. My eyes were going across from all the stuff that I was reading. But I was like, dang, why have I not known this? Like I kind of felt stupid, to be honest with you. But it's also, if you can't tell, I'm very excited. It's fired me up about skincare. I've said this my entire YouTube career, but the makeup you have on your face is only gonna look as good as the skin underneath. And let me tell you something, girl, when I don't have my makeup on, I want people to be like, what you doing to your skin? Tell me all about it because it's flawless. Like that's what I wanna hear. So I'm so pumped about all the stuff that's changing for me, and this is why I wanna share this product with you today from Ren. So here is the AHA product that I'm using. I've had a couple people ask me if I can get closer to the camera, so I hope that helps here. I'll try to spin it a little bit so you can read it. And what I want to do here is click on the website so I can read you guys a couple of things about this. Here is what I have used of this product. It actually was this full. It was literally to the top when I got it. I've been using this product, I think today is like day 36 or 37. And I use it twice a day, which I'll talk about more here in a minute. But obviously, it works really well and lasts quite a long time. So let's talk about what type, skin type this is actually good for. So this is directly from Sephora's website from Ren. So this normal to oily to combo to dry to sensitive. Hey, that's good to know. You can actually use a chemical exfoliant that isn't going to give you a lot of problems. So here's what it is. It is a toner. Do keep this in mind. I am using 2 toners right now. I'll talk about toners in the next video, but this is technically a toner. So what it is a toner that provides a daily dose of clean bioactive extracts to help the skin exfoliate and give your skin a balanced glow naturally. The whole point of chemical exfoliants is actually to do a better job for you down into the skin versus just trying to scrub off that topical layer with a physical exfoliant or a mechanical exfoliant. It's one of the reasons why a lot of people prefer these, even your skincare professionals. And I don't know about you guys, but I've just found that there are a lot of complaints online on different products that are actually for like microdermabrasion type scrubbing products because people are just like, it's tearing up my face. Well, this stuff is not gonna tear up your face. And that's the beauty of using chemical exfoliants, which again, just so I say it again, I'm not anti-mechanical or physical exfoliants. They're just not right for me at this journey in my life. And I have just found that this was actually working so much better than what I was using before. So the next thing it says is that there's solutions for, this product is a solution for dullness and uneven texture, which again, I already talked about how smooth my skin is, uneven skin tone and pores. If you want to know more, this effective skin resurfacing toner will exfoliate and brighten your complexion while being gentle enough to use daily. By stimulating the skin to naturally exfoliate, lactic acid and willow bark extract, we talked about lactic acid in the previous video, but that is a plumping acid, and that is one of those AHAs that we're talking about. I just lost my place. There it is. They work together to smooth, dear Lord. Let me just slow down for a minute. Let me just catch my breath for a minute. Hold on. I get excited and I just talk really fast, and then I see the time ticking on my viewfinder here, and I'm like, should I hurry? Are you guys tired of hearing me talk? But I also know that if you're in my community, this is what you're here for. So I'm gonna slow down, and here we're gonna try this again. By stimulating the skin to naturally exfoliate, lactic acid and willow bark extract work together to smooth, tone, and help reduce the pore size. I can attest that that is working. While, I hope I say this right, azelaic, AZELAIC acid precursor will brighten and help to even out skin tone for the perfect glow. What else do you need to know? Did you know that your skin only needs to reach a pH of 3.5 to 4 to achieve its natural glow? This tonic provides a quality over quantity formula to deliver the optimum pH your skin needs to trigger its natural exfoliation process and provide a balanced pH of 3.5 to 4. The result is skin that is naturally exfoliated, smooth tone, and the pore size is reduced, giving your skin a bright skin tone for the perfect glow. This product is vegan and free of gluten and nuts. Ren never tests on animals. This is another reason why I bought this product. I wanted to make sure that I'm using things that are cruelty-free. I actually want to say this. I'm actually learning that the more organic the product is, the better. That doesn't mean that I'm going to start wearing like hemp skirts and all of that, but it does mean that I'm learning that there are things for my skin that the less processed we go for my skin, the better for me. So I did want to say that. Ren uses responsibly sourced board and recycles its packaging. Ren only uses natural inks and natural fragrances. So I thought this was really good to share with you guys, because if you don't know a lot about these products, I feel like there's so much out there that you can just, I don't know about y'all, but you can just get overwhelmed. And now I want to tell you about the price. I actually bought this at Sephora, and on Sephora's website, it is $38. But I found a link for you. And again, you don't have to buy from my links. Yes, I do make some small commission. It's so tiny, it doesn't even make a difference. But if you want to, you can check the description box below. And this is $24.49 from the link down below. How do I use it? I know that's what you want to know. So my daily routine, I do use this product twice a day. Does this mean that you need to use it twice a day? No. Does it mean you can? Absolutely. But what it really means is that you're going to have to experiment. After I cleanse my face, on the days that I don't use a mask, this is the second product. Let me tap the lid that you can see it. This is the second product that I use. On the days that I mask, it's cleanse, mask, then this product. And as I talked about my masking video, I mask in the morning. I will have a video coming on all of the skincare that I'm talking about in all of these videos with demos on how I use them, how often. That's gonna be at the end of this series. That will kind of just wrap this series up with a cute little bow around it. That's what I'm gonna do. So I think I already mentioned this, but here's what I've noticed. Smoother skin. My skin is brighter. The texture is gone. We've already talked about that, and I honestly didn't even realize how rough my skin was until about 4 weeks into this, and I was like, oh my gosh, but I know what it is. It made sense. Y'all, I wasn't turning over any new skin cells. That was a lot of the problem. I had congestion, and I just had dead skin that I couldn't even figure out. Like, my skin was so bad. So I definitely am really happy with what's going on, and I want to drop in a photo for you now. And what you'll see is on hopefully the way that this shows up, but the first photo, the left side should be, you should be seeing that this photo was taken right when I first started these products. The second photo was exactly 31 days to the date, and I had not missed any nights, days, any applications of any of the skincare whatsoever. And this is what you can see is happening in my face in that time. So I do feel like my skin looks new, and obviously my pores look better. Let me get into the camera. I do have makeup on, obviously, but you guys can see. I feel like the only place now that I'm seeing pores still is the normal places that most people see them, which is right here. And of course, they're still getting smaller. Now, I will say this, by the time this video goes live, 2 days from that, I will actually be undergoing, I'm so excited about this, I'm doing a series on it. Hopefully it turns into a series, but I'm actually getting pixel laser therapy done on my skin, so stay tuned for that. That is gonna be a video coming out. But all of these videos that you're gonna see on the skincare are pre-recorded, so it's gonna be laser therapy, but this is something that I'm getting done on February the 28th. And I will be filming that whole process for you and the results and all of that. So stay tuned. But that is, I'm literally getting a new face. That's what's happening on the 28th of February. So I'll keep you guys posted. Of course, follow me on social media if you want to see stuff in my stories on the days that I actually get that done. So question of the day that I have for you is, do you prefer chemical or physical, hashtag quotation, mechanical exfoliants? And if you have never tried exfoliating, I would love to know what your thoughts are about possibly trying a chemical exfoliant now for your skin down in the comments below after I've shared all of this stuff with you. So my hope today is that this really helped you out and helped you learn a lot about chemical exfoliation. If there's anything that I missed, please feel free to shoot me a comment down in the bottom. And if you haven't had a chance to follow me yet here on YouTube, then I would love it if you would subscribe and of course follow me on social media so we can stay connected. It's one of my favorite places to connect with you. And I think that'll be a wrap, and I will see you in my next video where we chat about toners. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.